Greetings, YouTube. It's been forever. And the reason for that is I have been in Ireland for the last 2 weeks. Had a family vacation, and it was a great time. I absolutely loved it. And I got a bunch of Petersons. I had a Peterson orgy, all right? I got 5 Peterson pipes, one of which from the authentic Petersons of Dublin, in Dublin, Ireland. Including this one. And I took a softy bit off of another pipe I have just because I couldn't find any others. I guess they didn't sell them. I don't know. So, I wanted to make a video showing you my new goods. This one is the one I bought in the Peterson pipe shop. It is a Dracula, which model is, I forget the number. It's under here. It's on the bottom. It's a Dracula 69. And I am smoking in it some Peterson Deluxe mixture. Now, I don't really care for this tobacco very much. I just bought a tin of it and it was kind of expensive, so I figured I should at least, not let it go to waste. And it will not stay lit at all. It's not that moist. It just will not stay lit. Let's see, what's in this tobacco? This Black Cavendish aromatic is a selection of matured Virginia tobaccos from Brazil and Africa, blended with a loose-cut, mellow Black Cavendish and a tasteful flavor consisting of the tobacco warning cuts off the rest. It's like vanilla with kind of a nutty, earthy from the Virginias. It's all right. Not my favorite at all by a long shot. Anyways, that's the Dracula 69. This is the Dracula 212. It's similar to this. It's got more of a fishtail on the stem, and it's smooth instead of sandblasted. This one is I love that rustication, but this one's so shiny. I gotta love the shiny. On the band here, I don't know if it'll zoom in on that or if it says Dracula. It's upside down if you turn it this way. It's the glare and everything else. It says Dracula on there in really nice etching. But that's the Dracula 221. This one is the Peterson Killarney. And this one, compared to this one, I thought they looked rather opposite. Trying to get it good, but the red bowl and the black stem, I've decided to call this one the Van Helsing. I'm just calling this one Van Helsing. So that's one more, and then I got 2 more. Let's see. This one is a Peterson System Standard 314, or is that it? Yeah, 314. Nice little bent pipe. It's the system. It's got the P-lip, and it's very nice. And then I got one that looks a little more Sherlock Holmesy. This one is the Peterson Standard 312. This one's quite a bit bigger. See if I can show you it almost looks like a little brother to the big brother. Yeah, these are the 2 together. Slightly bigger bowl, much longer stem, more of a fishtail. It's I'll just show. Yeah, so this one's a lot longer. It's bigger, more of a fishtail. It's also got the P-lip. So those are my new pipes, and they are all beautiful. And I got that's right, I forgot. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of James Fox. It's a very small pipe shop. They actually have some YouTube videos, I think. Yeah, they still got some on here. But this one I bought. It's right down the street from Peterson's, and I actually ran into it accidentally after I was almost hit by a double-decker bus. So there, I got that at James Fox. That one is very nice. And the other three I got at a small music shop that for some reason sold pipes. I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever keeps the customers coming. And so, some of the things about my trip to Ireland, we went to places like the Cliffs of Moher, or Moher, or however you want to pronounce that. Connemara, which is a big park. We went to Barron, or Barron, however you want to pronounce it. It's Barron or Barron. It's a national park. We stayed in Galway. Yeah, we stayed in a little apartment in Galway. It was a really nice house. It was like a house this lady rented out, and it was super nice, very, very nice. Yeah, it was an amazing time. We went to the Aran Islands to Inishmore. That's, I think, the biggest. Yeah, that's the biggest of the islands. It was very, very nice. So it was such a fun trip. I mean, best time I've ever had. It was great. Everyone, you know, comment on the people of Ireland. Everyone just so friendly, so nice, so willing to help. It was, they were all just great. And it's funny, and I don't mean to speak bad. It might have just been these employees had a bad day, or didn't like tourists and foreigners, or whatever the deal was. But the people in the Peterson pipe shop, now I crossed an ocean, and that's what I want. I wanted to go to the Peterson pipe shop. That is like the main thing I wanted to do when I got to Ireland. I wanted to go to the Peterson pipe shop and say, I bought a pipe from Peterson. It was this pipe. I bought this Dracula pipe from the Peterson pipe shop in Dublin, Ireland. So I go to this shop, and I'm like so excited. Yes, yeah, that is the shop. That is the Peterson pipe shop. Peterson. It's a huge name brand in pipes. And I get in, and there's all these people, nice businesses. The whole store is beautiful. It looks wonderful. And so I walk up to the pipe case, and they're all lined up very nice. And guy says it's open if you want to look at anything. So I'm opening it, but I'm not like, you know, putting my hands all over everything. I'm just looking around, getting like closer in to see all the detail of the wood and like the sandblast finishes and stuff. And so I just casually look over at the guy and say, "How's business doing?" He said, "It'll be a lot better once you get a pipe and get out." I'm like, "Wait, that's what? That doesn't seem." All I'd had was good experiences with the Irish so far, so I don't know what this guy's problem was. So I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll just be a few minutes." So I'm looking, and yeah, I eventually pick this out, and so I just walk up to the counter, and I'm like kind of starstruck, not at the people, but at the building, that I'm in the Peterson pipe shop. So I say, I'm just telling this guy, I'm like, I'm here on vacation, on holiday, and I crossed an ocean to be here. He's like, "Are you gonna buy that?" I mean, these guys are sitting around doing nothing. I'm not distracting them from other business. I'm the only one in the shop. And before I walked in, these three guys were just standing there. One of them was reading a magazine. The other one was on the computer. And so I'm kind of thrown off. I'm like, yeah, I was gonna buy this one. So he's like, "All right, I'll ring it up," and then he brings it up super fast. "That'll be €75," and I'm like, "Okay." I paid, got it back, and I leave. I'm like, "Thanks, guys." That's all I get. No, "Oh, thanks, come again," no, blah blah blah. No, they were the rudest people I met in Ireland. The rudest people I met in Ireland, bar none. I mean, it was just. I don't know. Maybe they were just having a bad day. I don't know. but it was a bad experience. And you would expect, or at least I've found in the pipe community, that everyone is very even-tempered. Everyone seems to be very mild-mannered, just calm, cool, collected people. And so I was expecting a similar experience from the people at the Peterson shop. And I guess I was completely dead wrong. So it was just so disappointing. It was very disappointing. I mean, I got a beautiful pipe out of it, but I mean, it was, I don't know, I was very disappointed. I had waited so long. I was at one point, we didn't think we were going to go to Dublin for a day trip, and I was disappointed. I was so disappointed that I wouldn't get to go to the Peterson pipe shop and all this, and then I don't know. It was just very disappointing. So then I got out of there. I said, you know what? James Fox. It's just this tiny little store. I never expected to run into it, ever. Like I actually ran into that store by accident too. Shortly after, I was almost hit by the bus. Yeah, I looked up and there's a sign that says James Fox. I'm like, that sounds so familiar. And then I'm like, no way, they made pipe videos. So I walk up to it and I'm like, that's the store from the videos. That's so cool. They sell like super fancy whiskeys and pipes and everything. And what's the Cutlery Lover has this pipe. It's like a honey pipe with a honeycomb dipper tamper, and it's a super cool little pipe. I think it's 7Ellie. And they sell those, and they sell like all these really nice Petersons and stuff. And so that is where I got this other Dracula, the smooth with the fishtail stem. And so that's where I got that one. I got that one at James Fox. And the guys there were super nice. Well, crap, I forgot to bring it over, I think. But for the box with the Dracula, they gave me a Peterson box, which is supposed to have with all the Dracula pipes. Has Dracula on his big red. It's got a picture of the vampire with the cape and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool, and it was super nice. The guy there was super nice. He was a little, like, short, he was probably 5'4". I'm 6'2", so this pipe was way up on top of this rack. So I asked if I could see the pipes, and he unlocks it at the bottom, but then he runs and gets a step stool. I'm like, I can probably reach it. It's no problem. He's like, oh, okay, if you want to do that. So I open the case, and I reach up there, and I grab it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just looking around through all the pipes and stuff. And the whole time he's talking, so where are you from? Why are you here? That kind of stuff. He was a nice guy. And I wish I'd gotten his name. He was super cool. So eventually I did get that pipe, and I asked to buy it, and he was really nice. And it was an €80 pipe. And he said, you know what, since you're from America and you traveled so far to get here, I'll cut it down €10. So 7. I'm like, wow, that's just incredible. Thank you so much. And so I got that Dracula for €70 when it was 80, and I was like, wow, really? I came all this way to meet the Peterson pipe, to see the Peterson pipe shop, and this smaller pipe shop who I had only heard of in passing on YouTube and just kind of ran into one of their videos. I happened to run into that shop too right down the road, and they're way nicer than this huge prestigious brand. And I'm like, that's just so, I mean, you think at the size of like the, I guess, prestige of a Peterson pipe, because they're kind of a higher brand, like everyone knows about Peterson, but you would expect that they'd be a little more customer oriented, getting people hooked on Peterson pipes in specific, like getting you to appreciate their pipes. And I appreciate their pipes. Their pipes are beautiful, and they smoke like a dream, except their tobacco I don't care for.